Jamaica should bring back Liam Moore to trigger Damion Lowe onslaught at Copa America. Welcome, you lovely people, to another episode on Premier 7 with your host of the show, Rayon Nelson. I must believe that you all are having a fantastic day, and if you are not, this video will help you along the way. Today on the channel, I want to speak about a player in Liam Moore that Jamaica should bring back because we need for Damion Lowe to be our CDM. Bringing back Liam Moore could unlock what Damion Lowe could do in such a big and massive competition. People, I know that many persons may be thinking about this player, or many persons could even forget about this player, but I cannot forget about the brilliance of Liam Moore. Today on the channel, I am going to speak about the player by way of a general discussion, a news report, his profile, and before the show is closed off, the big question will be answered as to why should Jamaica bring back Liam Moore. However, in recent days, 4 days ago, I did a video taking into consideration two of Jamaica's midfield players. The title was Bobby Reed or Casey Palmer, who should be Jamaica's ideal attacking midfielder. That video received 321 views, 20 likes, and about 3 to 4 comments. I appreciate all the support that the channel is receiving. You guys are my motivation. You guys are the ones who makes Premier 7 continuously doing videos to benefit the public. If you're new to the channel, you know you should subscribe. And if you are already a follower of this wonderful platform, then you can watch, like, comment, and share the content with other persons so that they can come on board and become engaged. Also, you can follow me here on YouTube and my other platforms, TikTok and Instagram. And of course, if you like what is being done here on Premier 7, then you can always show your contribution in the form of a thank you by sending, a small donation to my PayPal account. Now, let's get the ball rolling in the form of a general discussion about Liam Moore. Do you remember when this guy was one of Jamaica's centre backs? Do you remember the game that was played against Serbia, where we saw the leadership, the aggression, the concentration? We need a player of his caliber to claim and to own the backline. Yes, he's 31, similar to Michael Hector, and he's playing for a club that may not have the biggest or the best of names, but he's representing himself on the big stage. People have to understand this, that Liam Moore is a player that Despite not getting a lot of games for Northampton FC, he was that player that received a lot of games, especially when he was at Readings. 219 games, 8 goals between 2016 to 2023. And this guy has played for Jamaica since 2021, 9 times. And I know that this is the man that Jamaica should bring back to unlock the onslaught of a Damion Lowe. Because we want to see Damion Lowe playing in the DM role. But guess what? I am going to speak more on that when it comes on to why Jamaica should bring back Liam Moore. Alright, let's have a flashback on a special news that was being centered around the importance of a Liam Moore. And this was the news from Northampton FC. Brady reserves special praise for Liam Moore after defender puts himself on the line for the Koalas. He put himself on the line. When you have defenders who puts themselves on the line for the team to survive and they receive commendation for their work, it proves that the player is a no nonsense player. Now, the article states that he paid for a personal trainer to keep him ticking over when he couldn't find a club. John Brady was quick to heap praise on Liam Moore after the experienced defender put himself or his body on the line when playing the full 99 minutes during Saturday's 1-1 draw at Cambridge United. Moore only joined the club last month and had not completed 90 minutes in 12 months due to a series of injuries, but he was called up at the Abbey Stadium after fellow defender Mr. Sam Sherin pulled out the day before the game. Before I even go further in the article, which is like a flashback, of course, it proves to show that regardless of the games that Mr. Moore has been receiving due to injuries, he wasn't negligent to put down his career or to push aside the call up of his coach, but he's committed to put himself on the line to save his team in crucial games. So, despite his lack of minutes, Moore played the full game and performed well in the circumstances. And that is something that stood out to me because I saw him play for Jamaica and I see how he conduct himself as a leader. Jamaica need players like a Liam Moore to come back. Not all players that you want to take back is best for the team, but a Liam Moore with his experience, with his no nonsense defensive attribute, you need a sweeper at the back to assist. And not to say that Liam Moore will play in all games or to start in every game, but he can be an essential centre back just in case one of our key players like a Deshaun Bernard or an Ethan Pinnock may sustain an injury, and Liam Moore can be a replacement or depending on the opposition, he could possibly start. And he plays on the same end as that of a Damion Lowe. So, my people, this video is one that is unlocking something that we should understand. Because having in a Liam Moore, we would have some form of a boost in the national team. So, this season for his team in League One, Mr. Moore hasn't played much of a game, but he's very crucial when he's called upon. The case of talking about the injury when the players is even fit is not a question. Because on his day, when he's fit and ready to play, you can rely heavily on him. So this season, 8 appearances, 31% starting 11, and the same for minutes. He's mainly known for being a centre back. On the left hand side or on the right hand side, Damion Lowe plays on the right hand side. You bring in a Liam Moore who can come in if Deshaun Bernard may be absent. So we need to reconsider and bring back this guy. No, this is the part now. Liam Moore, why should Jamaica bring him back? Is to unlock Mr. Damion Lowe. Unlocking Damion Lowe, we can then say that we don't have to be killing up ourselves to get an ideal CDM. Because if we don't have to reconsider who should play as a DM and we have Damion Lowe, then bringing in an extra centre back will keep Damion Lowe focusing on that ideal spot, unlocking his potential in playing only or mainly as a CDM. Remember, the Copa America isn't an easy competition. It is more in terms of caliber than the CONCACAF Nations League. And when you have players knowing what their key role is, then that can basically release any form of doubt in their mind as to where positional changes is to be. So, keeping a Damian Lowe playing as a DM would help Jamaica team have that dominance in the midfield, someone who is robust, someone who is energetic and strong to take on the opposition players who, Jamaica midfield is always a gap. If they even passed the Jamaica midfield, you have an aggressor in Mr. Liam Moore, who is playing on the right hand side as a centre back. Maybe he's not at that level for which he is so good at doing the dirty works again, but guess what? He's known for being a top man in regards to his concentration, and he has longevity as well. And blocking the ball is something that he will bring to the Jamaica men's national team. Our team is not the quickest, our team is not the fastest, and we normally concede goals in dying minutes or once the second half begins and coming down to the nitty gritty. So when we have a person like a Liam Moore who is high in terms of concentration, leadership, energy, stamina, he will know what to do when the ball comes his way. Because if he has to clear the ball out of bound, he will do that without having to reconsider if he should do this or do that. He just clear the ball away. And he has some good passes as well in terms of long passes. Right? So where counter attack is even thought about as well, you have a Liam Moore who can passes. Right? And the thing is, with Liam Moore now, even though he's a cleaner or a sweeper, he doesn't dive into tackles. So we can think less of conceding free kicks unnecessarily. And even though he's that person who can make long ball passes, he also likes to play the ball short. So it's more so like a complete type of centre back that you would like to have who can play in different style, in different formation. And where back three is concerned for Jamaica, I'm hoping that they don't. But if they should play a back three with a Pinnock and a Bernard, a man like Mr. Liam Moore can even bring balance to the back three, unleashing players now like a Lemby Kisa who can play as a right wing back, and Lee who can play as a left wing back, and you have a Damion Lowe and maybe a Russell or the same Casey Palmer, and if all goes well, maybe somebody else like a Dujan Sterling that can bring the energy, the stamina, and the balance to the national team. So you're seeing where I'm going here, and there could be a lot more that could be said about this guy. But I'm just proving the point that Jamaica should bring back a Liam Moore to unlock or to trigger the onslaught of Mr. Damion Lowe, because I never like when Damion Lowe is a centre back. I don't know for you, but I know for me. When Damian Lowe is playing as a centre back, I worry. But when he plays as a DM, I have more confidence in him. So, my people, what do you think about this? Do you think that Jamaica should bring him back, even though I am saying that he should come back? Your thoughts and your words in the comment section is very important. Please remember that Mr. Moore has experience and he has leadership. Jamaica only have a few leaders. And when you have a leader or more than one leader at the back, in the captain, in Andre Blake, then you have a Pinnock, then you have a Liam Moore. That is extra leadership. Then in the midfield, you have a Damion Lowe. Up front, you have a Demarai Gray and an Antonio and a Shemar Nicholson. We have leaders, so our team will perform better. Once we are on one accord, then these players will do well. But I'm saying Jamaica should bring back a Liam Moore.